Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're looking at the quick team over here in the PvP game mode and the addition of Blackbeard onto the quick team. Now, the PvP meta, it's in complete shambles right now thanks to this man called Blackbeard, and I did put out a video where Blackbeard kind of shines in the three teams that I think he works best on. So if you guys want to go check out that video, head over to the description of this video, click on the link and check it out. But this particular quick team that came across my desk thanks to my boy Itachi, link to his channel will be in the description below as well. Make sure to go send him some love because he does a lot of good stuff with PvP. His brain works a little bit differently to mine when it comes to PvP, and he does bring out some teams that I could just sort of write off. And the quick team is a big one. Quick's been very good since the release of Roger and Whitebeard, and then obviously cross skill when you're doing stuff with slashes and driven characters. But now with the release of Blackbeard and kind of finding a home on this team, we're doing stuff with Powerhouse and Driven, and that's a lot easier to do because Quick was always very renowned for utilizing Powerhouse and Driven characters. Way back when PvP first came out, the Quick team was built up around Quick Driven or Quick Powerhouse, and then it kind of morphed into that slashery kind of build, and now we've kind of gone back to the Quick Driven Powerhouse meta. The reason it works so well is because Blackbeard finds a home on the team by nerfing the crap out of some of the bigger teams in the game. So in today's video, we're taking on the Int team, and we're taking on the Slasher team. I did showcase the Slasher fights over in a separate video, so like I said, link in the description, go check it out. But this particular team is just sort of mowing through the meta builds. I didn't really get a chance to test it against Strength, but I do imagine it wouldn't have any issues unless you came up against something like Blackbeard and you got unlucky with an action bind or something like that. I could probably see it struggling there. But I wasn't having any issues with like the Verse Luffy build. So I don't imagine this team would struggle, but I guess we'll have to sort of dive in and do some testing with it there. But if you guys have if you have gone and tested this team against Strength, let me know in the comment section below. But the real reason that Blackbeard works so well is because he just does all this nerfing to stuff like Slashes, to stuff like Cerebrals, I believe. And he just reduces their defense, their attack, and their cooldowns so drastically. To do this, though, you do need 5 powerhouse characters on the team. But with Blackbeard, Kaido, Porchemi, and Blue Jam, you're not only satisfying 4 powerhouse conditions, but you're also satisfying 4 of the 5 driven conditions that Cross Guild need. With Cross Guild, obviously they are the 5th driven character, so they satisfy that. So all you really need to do now is bring another powerhouse unit, and Smoothie is kind of like a must bring. The reason this team works so well is because you have so much rollback with Blackbeard, Cross Guild, and Smoothie, and then with Tesoro and Cross Guild, you're getting so much CD reduction that you can just basically go in against an enemy, even another Blackbeard enemy that's reducing your CD, and just do so much good work. On top of that, Blackbeard is reducing the enemy CD by level 3, so realistically, even though you have 9 cooldowns, you're realistically looking at 12 because you're dropping the enemy's cooldowns by 3 as well. So the team works disgustingly well. As you can see, we've just been kind of mowing through these Int teams. And Int can be an absolute problem because of stuff like Yamato. When you're versing Int and you're not using Psy, Yamato has the ability to literally just kill one of your units. It's absolutely free. So just be mindful that if you guys are using this team and you do lose, stereotypically that would be the big reason why. Or you just got really bad unlucky with like Nami Karina going very, very early, or maybe Bonnie's on the team and she's going very, very early, and then the enemy hits you with like an S-Hawk or a Luffy special within the first 30 seconds. Unfortunately, at that point, there's really not much that you can do, except basically just cop it. Now, the Int team, in my opinion, it is still the best team in the game, but I really wanted to showcase a way for you guys to counter it. And this Blackbeard quick comp does seem to be one of the best ways to do it. I did a video that used the Dex team, the Dex shooter team. That was working very, very well as well. But this particular team should be a little bit more accessible for people, as it doesn't have stuff like Usopp, it doesn't have stuff like Frankie, some of the newer treasure map legends that people skipped. Rather, it uses 6+ Kaido, Cross Guild, who's been out for a little while now, Tesoro, who's an absolute monster, and Smoothie, who's been out for yonks. So, Kaido on this team makes me very, very happy. Seeing 6+ Kaido come along is really, really nice. He does satisfy the driven powerhouse condition, but as you can see with this team, you can easily swap out Kanjo for another powerhouse character, and then you could probably run something like Verse Luffy. The upside to using Kaido, though, is you're dropping so much defense with something like Blackbeard, and then Kaido himself is dropping so much defense. He's giving himself so much speed. He gives you a blowback so you can stop the enemy from doing some very, very annoying things. And then he hits like a goddamn truck. His damage output is so goddamn disgusting. And when the enemy has like -15 defense, It's just ridiculous how much damage output he can, how much damage he can output. So as you guys will see here, he drops all the defense, 2.75. He's hitting for about 10k on everyone. Unfortunately, he kills Yamato so damn fast that you could lose something like Cross Guild like that. You could lose something like Smoothie. And as you can see, we are now rocking negative 18 defense. So Int's just very, very scary. Be mindful if you're struggling against it, the refresh button is there for a reason. And use it, because Int is something else. But look, they are beatable. They definitely can be taken down. And the rule set right now of me recording this video is not favoring the Quick team at all. The Quick team isn't getting any buffs whatsoever. I believe Int is. Int's getting a couple buffs, but the Quick team's getting absolutely nothing. So this is under 0 rule sets whatsoever. So hopefully that gives you guys a better idea of what this team can perform, or how this team can perform under a rule set that is going to buff them as well. Basically, it just becomes a huge nerfing fest. We're going Blackbeard versus Blackbeard here. So, at this particular point, as you can see, there is a good chance that we could have lost this fight because of our defensive drops and all that fun stuff as well. But, as you can see, you can get it done. All in all, the team works great. Whether you're fighting Bonnie, whether you're fighting Nami Karina, no matter what happens, you can actually go up against both. I do find versing Nami Karina is a lot worse than fighting Bonnie, purely because Nami Karina, if Nami Karina's RNG goes early, and they actually get the rollback and the defense drops, there's a really good chance that you're not going to be able to roll back something like Luffy, and with that, you're basically just going to lose. Luffy just hits way too hard with all of the defensive drops that their team has. As you can see, we're starting with -3, whilst, yes, we're dropping their defense, they're also dropping ours, and they have a big bopper like we do in the Int Luffy character. Our big bopper is Kaido. He stereotypically goes first. That's how this team gets over. With the help of the rollbacks of Cross Guild and Smoothie, you can easily just keep him going before there are any issues. Like I said, Yamato has to be the most annoying character to face nowadays. If she kills, Blackbeard or Smoothie here, she usually kills Cross Guild. I don't know what her beef is with Cross Guild, but she usually kills Cross Guild. But if she killed Smoothie, or she killed Blackbeard there, we would just lose a special, and it would just be it'd be very detrimental to us. Unfortunately, Blackbeard gets rollback there, which is very annoying. Nami Karina, we did manage to get Cross Guild to pop off on, so that was always nice. And if we can take out Luffy or S-Hawk before that special goes, that'd be great. And I believe, thanks to our blowback, we just managed to get through, which kills S-Hawk and Nami Karina. So, like I said, this team is not foolproof. I do want to preface that. It has a very good success rate, but you do have to try and take out some of those big names. Luffy's probably just going to kill everyone here. Unfortunately, he didn't, for the enemy, that is, but that's the upside to taking out a lot of their passives. So Luffy would have lost a lot of attack there, which is really, really good. But as you can see, we're down to our bench units. The upside to this team, it has a very, very strong bench. Kanjuro is a great driven character. Poor Chemi's buffing powerhouse characters. So if he comes in with Blue Jam and Kaido still buffing now Blackbeard, getting a little bit of a buff, which is really nice. And obviously Tozora being a rainbow booster helps out an absolute ton, because you realistically need all that defense, or you need some defense to try and survive. Otherwise, you're just in for a really, really bad time. So that's versus Int. I think I have one more clip versus Int, but I will try and we'll play it. We'll play out the last clip versus Int, and then we'll move on to one of the slasher fights, because the slasher fights is another place where this particular team shines. This particular Int fight was against an on build, so we might just fast forward to the end of this, and then we'll skip slashes. So this guy was using Moria as well, another really good powerhouse character to bring. Again, Yamato just killing Cross Guild every chance she gets is absolutely hilarious to me, but look, it is what it is. But yeah, having something like on the team, it's okay. It's just not something that is going to be detrimental on a defensive team, unless you're using Sai up against this, whatever this team is. And look, Sai is another team that can take this Int team down, but I've just found so much more success with stuff like Dex and Quick, and the addition of Blackbeard to these teams has actually made these teams go through the absolute moon and do some really, really powerful stuff. Alright, we're going to wrap it up against slashers, and I do have a clip against a very fast slasher team. Now, they're not using Zoro Sanji, which, look, people might say is a deficit, but the fact that they're using Odin and Cracker still means that they are going very fast. Yes, Zoro Sanji can give haste, which is where slashers do shine, but this particular team basically just tore through the lineup so damn quick that even if Zoro Sanji was here, like, the unit would have died, and the haste would have been non-existent. On top of that, we're rolling back specials like crazy, cross-skilled stopping units like Roger Whitebeard, stopping units like S-Hawk, and they literally just can't get off the ground. Kaido hits so damn hard as well after that defensive drop that he's just going to kill pretty much anything. On top of that, Kaido does nerf strength characters, so the fact that we are versing K-Dad and Odin, it might seem a bit skewed, but I have gone up against a lot of Slash teams with this particular team. So is my boy Itachi, and he's had a 100% win rate, so it works very, very nicely, even against the 150 units of like Roger Whitebeard, S-Hawk, and if you do get hit by S-Hawk like this, you just tank it. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Once you do knock out some units, the passives will get removed, and once S-Hawk loses a lot of attack, his special is no longer as scary as it once was. In the early stages, when you have a full team at your disposal, yeah, S-Hawk's special is going to absolutely clap, but once you kill a bunch of units, you're in for a really good time. And that's where Kaido is just so damn valuable when you partner him up with Blackbeard, because you're just dropping so much defense that Kaido just goes to the absolute wazoo. Alright, over here on the challenge fight. Challenge fight's not exactly the biggest Slash team in the world, but I didn't really want to spend gems to keep playing the game mode, so I thought we would just sort of take on the challenge fight and sort of see how the quick team goes over here. And it works very, very well. Like I said, my boy Itachi, he's used his team against Lashes, and again, Quick is not getting any buffs this season, so he's been using it for a 100% win rate. So if you guys are looking for a Slasher killer and another meta destroyer, Blackbeard on this particular team just goes so damn well. And he goes so damn hard, man. He does so much for these team comps, and he's just providing nerfs instead of buffs that are just so valuable when you're going up against some of these meta teams. Now, Blackbeard's not going to work in every situation. Obviously, he only nerfs certain classes and certain types. Well, certain classes, I should say. So when you're versing not those classes, he's not going to be as effective. I believe it's like I said, it's like Slasher, Powerhouse, Cerebral, Striker maybe? I can't exactly remember off the top of my head. I know Slasher's definitely there, and that's why he works so well against this particular Slasher build. And I believe he does Powerhouse units too, because he works so well against the Int team as well. But let me know what you guys think of Quick in the comment section below. There is another Quick team that I have been using with Roger and Whitebeard, and then using something like Verse Luffy. But as of late, I've just found that this team works so damn nicely. And like I said, I'm a bit biased using 6+ Kaido. If I can use 6+ Kaido on a team, it makes me very, very happy. So I am a bit more of a stan when it comes to running the big bopper that is the Beast. 6+ Kaido. But like I said, let me know what you guys think of Quick in the comment section below. While you're down there, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Loads!